Vegas, but you have to understand, when they say they live in Vegas, they're here like 4 or 5 days, and then
we travel.
And then you travel for 2 or 3 days on the weekend to go back to the Bay Area.
Sometimes it's all week.
I think a lot of people can't even imagine having a life like that, where you're on a plane every week and you're going back and forth and you're doing gigs and you're coming back, and that's just your norm.
I feel like it's anyone's lifestyle. I think some people like get up and work like a 9-to-5 type job. They get up and they're in the routine, and then for us, like obviously it was a little bit different when we're flying back and forth and stuff. But you learn to like get into the routine.
Well, for me, so that's just been my norm. Like I always did magic shows full time, and then I'm 20, and so I wanted to move out of my house, my parents' house, and so to me, flying every weekend, it's like whatever, like I get to do whatever I want during the week, and work on my projects and stuff.
Which is amazing.
It's like I don't mind it so much.
So that's
I don't want to be doing it forever on this scale. Like if I'm going to be traveling, I want to do bigger shows, but right now it works.
But you're
for me.
so young, and we keep telling him that all the time. We're always like,
Just a
oh my gosh,
baby.
you're such a baby. Because Mark and I are, at least, we're 10 years older than him.
I'm 47.
So that's it, yeah, he looks really good for his age. That's what's so cool is that, like, seeing you at your age, I grew up in an entertainment family, so I was always working in the studio. When I was 21, I was managing my dad's studio and doing all that stuff. But I did have like a normal job. I worked at Kohl's, was my first job when I was 16. Then I ended up working somewhere else. I would do part-time gigs here and there. I had kind of acclimated a little bit to, I was going to go to college, and I went there for a year, and did, so I kind of like was following society's path and entrepreneurial path at the same time. So to see you just kind of like literally balls to the wall, just go for it and just be like, I don't need another job, this is what I do, and you'll see him, like, I told him to turn his phone off now, but when we're together and we're doing stuff, he's like, sorry, I have to take this call. Like, he's very professional, like, he always takes the call, make sure you gotta follow up with your clients and get the paycheck and do the thing and book your gigs, make sure you don't double book, the whole thing. And that's such a skill that I think so many people at age 30, 35, 40 don't even know, and you're 20. So, like, where did that even come from?
Well, I think it came out of stubbornness of like, I do not like to be told what to do.
Okay.
And so
because your parents are not entrepreneurs.
No.
Okay.
I used that money to start buying magic props, which then I sold on eBay, and that was like the beginning of my entrepreneurship when I was like literally like 10, and then it just like led into me, doing shows like just naturally.
Yeah.
And I was doing shows since I was probably 8, but eventually I started getting paid to do it, and then it just.
How did you start getting paid to do it?
You just start, you do shows for free, for fun when you're really young, and then people are like, oh, you want to come perform at my kid's party and I'll pay you $100, and then it just kind of,
So you just build a reputation. I mean, that's crazy because you're 20 years old and you've already been working for 10 years. Like, to even say that, and we were just talking yesterday about how we're millennials, but he is... Yeah, we're saying it. We're saying
Nope.
Technically a Gen Z, but he is more
Get out of
of a
here with that.
millennial.
Get out of here with that.
Let me finish.
I'm not Gen Zer.
All right, well, now I'm not
Take
gonna,
it back.
Now I'm not going to take it back because you cut me off, so.
No, but
Gen
the
Z.
reason I think that's so important is because I've always said that our generation, the millennials, is a transitional generation. We're the ones that are finally figuring out that if we go to university, we're going to be $50,000 and over in debt. I feel like the next generation is going to already look at what we've been doing, and they're going to learn faster. That's the idea.
We did pave the way, didn't we, Christine?
We did.